Coach, thanks. We are about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. This is Melvin Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receiver, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Watch the screen. Right, go. 55.
To throw is Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Don't get nervous.
Play action. Now Jackson. It's caught. It's Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Jim.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check safety, check safety. Find down. Mike by 2, Mike by 2. I'm coming.
Here's Carr to throw. This will be caught by Brown. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland.
Touchdown.
Antonio Brown, 73 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chargers 3. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From gun, it's Drake. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get Watch the edge.
Now Jackson. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Brashad Perriman off to the races. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 57 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On far. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check three, check three, check three. Showing it, showing it. Alert three, alert three, alert three.
Throwing now is Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, first and goal. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Got a man. It's Brown. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkled counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Target. Check 31, check 31.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Cut. Hey, check 24.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Defense, let's go. No, motion. 58's the mark.
This time Jackson will throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Jackson. He's got this one complete to Perriman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chargers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Brown. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Carr now on 1st down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Carr going left on the option. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Check 13. Check 13.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 38.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 43-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On first down, Owens. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the Chargers' 27-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the pass. Check three. White Monday.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
What now? Ricky. Kill. Check. Safe.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Carr. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Check.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Almost out-kicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A deep ball for Dotson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A toss play. Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, 67 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
Level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 50.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. I'm scared. Watch it.
Carr now on first down. Catch made. It's Moreau. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Bang, 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 bang. Wide, get wide.
Now Carr on the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Switch.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
And the Raider first down.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense. Sponge. No.
Carr going to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And an alley to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, what a move. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Protein spill.
Now Carr. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Carr going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
From the gun, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, watch the slant.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy. Check 26, check 26.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Carr. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Shit!
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about it. Happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed
Super toe.
Monday, down. 180. Watch the safety creep. Deuce. Begin.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. He's got his man. This is Jackson. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Carr now on first down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Joey Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's get off the field. Check it backer. Hey, alert 3.
To throw his Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Yo, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
And the blitz does come. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
At the 46-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Quick dance. Go.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Check. Lucky.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
X3, 218, jump. 49 to Mike. I got one. Joker. Kill.
Back to throw. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check nine. Six guys. Mike's 49. 93.
Now Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Express. White Monday. 49 to Mike. Watch the run. 49. 61. Matchbox lights. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Shift. Rush in.
He's back to throw. This is caught by Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters. The starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the home team here...